Hey everybody, so comedian Alex Stein, and I've never seen his stuff, he pulled off a genius troll of AOC here. If you look at this video, AOC doesn't seem that offended. She's later put out countless videos and tweets trying to spin that she was massively offended. I thought maybe she was offended because she was being called a Latina instead of Latinx. She was upset that the police didn't rescue her.
I think the thing that was so crazy about that incident is not even that it happened, but that it happened on the Capitol steps right in front of a Capitol police officer.
Well, AOC, if this made you feel unsafe, you should try walking around your district in New York. The funny part is that she said no one came to her defense. Except we know that her fiance was right next to her during the whole thing. Take a look at the cuck cam right here.
You're my favorite. She wants to kill babies, but she's still beautiful. You look very beautiful in that dress. You look very sexy. Look at that booty on AOC. That's my favorite big booty Latina.
I wonder what's going through his mind here.
Oh no, Amanda's making untoward comments. Okay, don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. Just walk ahead. It'll go away. La 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 la. I hear nothing. I hear nothing.
Hey Riley, who's your favorite movie star? Wait, don't tell me. Will Smith. Am I right? And she still can't stop abusing the truth. Today she pretended to be taken away in handcuffs at a Supreme Court protest. I just wonder, after she mind being handcuffed, did she mind being trapped in a box? Like she was stuck in a jail cell? So Kamala's speechwriter is departing. I know, isn't that unbelievable? Kamala actually has a speechwriter? I always just assumed she was just improvising badly. And then the next shock is, and you mean to say her speechwriter has never been fired? Like this isn't head speechwriter number 19? Where is she going exactly? To the fentanyl fortune cookie company?
So I'm here to ask you to do what you know how to do, because when you do what you do on all of these issues, the American people win.
The new speechwriter had better be fluent in cackle babble.
Okay, I can first.
So Biden has now given us 9.1% inflation, and now he wants to spend more on green energy. I don't even know if he knows what 9.1% inflation means. Does he look at the 9.1% and think, yeah, you know, I'm gonna beat that. No joke, I'm going for the record. Look at this, he's still shaking hands with thin air. I guess next month thin air will start shaking hands back with him. Oh, it's great to see you. Wow, it's great to see you again. You look great, for real. This is like the senile, old, demented, pathetic version of Fight Club. Of course, the mainstream media keeps pretending it didn't see anything. First rule of Biden dementia is we do not talk about Biden dementia. So Lia Thomas has been nominated for Woman of the Year by UPenn. I think I'd pay money to see all the white knight male Democrat politicians have to congratulate Lia Thomas with a big smooch. I think that discomfort would just be delicious to watch. Before I go on, let me clarify my position. I've dealt with a couple of trans comics, and I've done so absolutely issue-free. No one ever gave me a scroll of rules, and we just interacted as regular people. If, however, the trans comics had asked me to refer to them a certain way, I would do it. But if I did it, it would only be to be nice. And nice often conflicts with honest. I also wouldn't mention if a person had burns, acne, was short, fat, whatever. We all have these things. The deal breaker, though, is being forced to embrace the dishonesty as honest. And when it involves child abuse, forget it.
We really want to base our treatment and to affirm and to support and empower these youth, not to limit their participation in activities and sports, and even limit their ability to get gender affirmation treatment in their state.
Hey, be sure to catch the Navy summer blockbuster, Bottom Gun. Quick word, everybody. I need you to subscribe right now. Moving on. Gender affirmation care. Even the word affirmation makes me think of Stuart Smalley in Saturday Night Live.
I am an attractive person. I am fun to be with.
Which was funny and ironically showed how affirmation doesn't overcome reality. Only now the word affirmation is a euphemism for irreparable self-experimentation, which as an adult is your choice. Admiral Woodchipper over here, or Admiral Lumbermill, is a lot more decisive here about creepy childcare than before with Rand Paul at the confirmation hearings.
Do you support the government intervening to override the parent's consent to give a child puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and/or amputation surgery of breasts and genitalia?
Transgender medicine is a very complex and nuanced field, and if confirmed to the position of Assistant Secretary of Health, I would certainly be pleased to come to your office and talk with you and your staff about the standards of care and the complexity of this field.
Please stay on the line, and your call will be answered by the next available representative.
This is a robotic non-answer to a very important question, but the very questioning itself is being questioned. After Rand Paul finished his interview, Democrat Senator Patty Murray characterized Rand Paul's questions this way.
Our nominees be treated with respect and that our questions focus on their qualifications and the work ahead of us, rather than on ideological and harmful misrepresentations like those we heard from Senator Paul.
This is where we're at, though. Asking questions is offensive. Actually, it's even more than offensive.
You've referred to people with a capacity for pregnancy. Would that be women?
Many women, cis women, have the capacity for pregnancy. Many cis women do not have the capacity for pregnancy. There are also trans men who are capable of pregnancy, as well as non-binary people who are capable of pregnancy.
So this isn't really a women's rights issue.
We can recognize that this impacts women while also recognizing that it impacts other groups. Those things are not mutually exclusive, Senator Hawley.
Oh, so your view is that the core of this right then is about what?
So I want to recognize that your line of questioning is transphobic, and it opens up trans people to violence by not recognizing that.
Wow, you're saying that I'm opening up people to violence by asking whether or not women are the folks who can have pregnancies?
So I want to note that 1 out of 5 transgender persons have attempted suicide. So I think it's important
because of my line of questioning?
Because,
so we can't talk about it?
Because denying that trans people exist and pretending not to know that they exist
I'm
is
denying that
dangerous.
trans people exist by asking you if you're talking about women having pregnancies?
Do you believe that men can get pregnant?
No, I don't think women can get
So you are
pregnant.
denying that trans people exist?
And that leads to violence? Is this how you run your classroom? Are students allowed to question you? Or are they also treated like this, where
No,
they're told that they're opening up people to violence?
We have a good
by
time in my
questioning?
class. You should join.
Oh, I bet.
You might learn a lot.
Wow, I would learn a lot. I've learned a lot
I
just in this
know,
exchange.
absolutely.
Extraordinary.
She's a law professor at Berkeley. She'd like to recognize the line of questioning as transphobic. She's speaking as if that has legal weight or something. Objection, Your Honor. Transphobic. Sustained. Professor Wild Eyes is making an argument that is not worthy of a law professor. She notes the suicide statistics, but makes no logical connection to the questions. It's just her assumption, and it makes no sense. Even if we accepted that this was beyond the pale, the most vitriolic, mean-spirited line of questioning there ever was, there's still no established connection between that and trans suicide attempts. That's facts and logic that you have to explain, and she does none of that, which for a law professor at Berkeley is criminal. Dismissed. Thanks for watching. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe. Be sure to pass around to anybody who might like my content. And I'll see you the next time.